What is going on, guys? Canadian Yorker here. Bringing another video to you in regards to an interesting in the world of soccer, of course. So, bringing two articles about the men's soccer and the women's soccer. So, in the first article, I want to just bring some information about the Women's World Cup in 2027, and the other article it will be about the FIFA World Cup for the men in 2026. So I'm putting these two articles together so I don't have to talk about them in two separate videos. So this article talking about the Women's World Cup in 2027, kind of interesting. This article was written on December 20th, 2024. Says here that Netflix is going to broadcast the Women's World Cup in 2027 and 2031. So this is interesting. I've never seen this before, but here it is. Netflix signs U.S. broadcast deal with FIFA for the Women's World Cup in 2027 and 2021. So, continuing here, this article is on WWLP.com. Netflix has secured the U.S. broadcasting rights to the Women's World Cup in 2027 and 2021 as the streaming giant continues to push into live sports. The deal announced Friday is the most significant FIFA has signed with a major tournament. The deal value was not given, though international competitions in women's soccer have struggled to draw high-value offers. The chief content officer, Bella Bajaria, says bringing this iconic tournament to Netflix isn't just about streaming matches. It's also about celebrating the players, the culture, and the passion driving the global rise of women's sports. Continuing, Netflix dipped into live sports last month with more than 60 million households watching a heavily hyped boxing match between retired heavyweight and legend Mike Tyson and social media personality Jake Paul. Some viewers viewed reported streaming problems, however. Netflix will also broadcast two NFL games on Christmas Day: the Kansas City Chiefs at Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens at the Houston Texans. That's part of a 3-year deal announced in May. World Cups are generally broadcasted on free-to-air public networks to reach the bigger audiences, and the last women's edition in 2023 earned FIFA less than 10% of the men's 2022 World Cup. FIFA President Gianni Infantino had publicly criticized public broadcasters, especially in Europe, for undervaluing offers to broadcast the 2023 tournament that was played in Australia and New Zealand. That tournament was broadcast by Fox in the U.S. Gianni Infantino said, "This agreement sends a strong message about the real value of FIFA's Women's World Cup and the global women's game. The World Cup rights mark another major step in Netflix's push into live programming. Its recipe that Netflix has cooked up to help sell more advertising, a top priority for the company since it introduced a low-priced version of its streaming service that includes commercials 2 years ago. The ad-supported version is now the fastest-growing part of this Netflix service, although most of its 283 million subscribers still pay for higher-priced options without commercial. But Netflix was trying to sell more ads to boost its revenue, which is expected to be about 30 billion with a B. Netflix executives have predicted it might take 2 or 3 years before its ad sales become a major part of its revenue. Netflix expects to spend about $17 billion on programming this year, a budget that the Los Gatos, California company once funneled almost entirely into scripted TV series and movies. But Netflix is now allocating a significant chunk of that money to sports and live events, a shift that has made it a formidable competitor to traditional media bidding for the same rights. People will likely use the Netflix deal to drive talks with European broadcasters that likely will be a hardball negotiations. Soccer finance expert Kieran McGuire, a co-host for the Price of Football podcast, suggested the deal was a bit of a gamble for FIFA, saber-rattling by Infantino. McGuire said, Netflix can get experience of football broadcasting. FIFA can say, we are now partnering with the blue chip organization, so watch out for you nasty Europeans. At the University of Liverpool said in a telephone interview. FIFA and Infantino also want to raise the price of broadcast deals to help fund increased prize money and close the gender pay gap on the Men's World Cup. At the Men's 2022 World Cup in Qatar, the 32-team federation shared $444 million in prize money. For the Women's 2023 tournament, FIFA had $152 million total fund for prize money, contributions to teams' preparation costs, and payments to players' clubs. In FIFA's financial accounts for 2023, the soccer body also reported total broadcasting revenue of $244 million. In the year of the Men's 2022 World Cup, it was almost $2.9 billion. The next Women's World Cup will be a 32-team, 64-game tournament in 2027, played in Brazil from June 24th to July 25th. The U.S. originally bid jointly with Mexico. The 2031 host has not yet been decided, though the U.S. will likely bid for a tournament which FIFA is expected to try to expand to 48 teams. That would match the size of the 104-game format of the Men's World Cup that debuts in 2026 in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Spain won the 2023 Women's World Cup after the U.S. won the two previous titles in France and in Canada, in France in 2019 and Canada in 2015. More than 25 million viewers in the U.S. watched the 2015 World Cup final, a 5-2 win over Japan, played in Vancouver, Canada, in a time zone similarly favorable to Brazil. FIFA tried to sign Apple Plus to an exclusive deal to broadcast in the inaugural 32-team Club World Cup, which is being played in 11 U.S. cities next June and July. Broadcast networks showed little interest in the FIFA Club event that will now be broadcast for free on streaming service DAZN, which is building closer business ties to Saudi Arabia. Ahead of the next Women's World Cup, Netflix will produce exclusive documentary series lead up to both tournaments, spotlighting the world's best players, their journeys, and the global growth of women's football. But there's the article about the upcoming Women's World Cup in 2027 and 2031. Talking about that, and continuing with the other article talking about the Men's World Cup. So this article was written on January 3rd, 2025. It says here, this was from RetailWire.com, the Home Depot and Lay's both recently signed on as sponsors of FIFA World Cup 2026, one of the most lucrative athletic events globally, which for the first time is being hosted across three countries, Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. The men's soccer tournament, held every 4 years, will also feature 48 teams, an expansion from 32 teams qualifying to play since the 1998 games. As the official home improvement retailer of the event, Home Depot will run on-site activations at stadiums and FIFA fans through its retail media network. Select supplier partners in exclusive categories will be able to participate in World Cup themed activations alongside Home Depot. Molly Batten said, quote, "We know our customers love sports and we love connecting with them through their passions." The SPC, she said also, "We can't wait to help build the FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the U.S., the communities where we live and work." PepsiCo's Frito-Lay announced that its Lay brand will serve as an official sponsor of the 2026 World Cup, as well as the 2027 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, extending Frito-Lay's role as a regional supporter during the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 and as a tournament supporter of the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023. Lay's will also prominently featured on each pitch during every match through LED light field board exposure, press conference backdrops, and products sold across concession stands. Beyond stadiums, Lay's and other PepsiCo snacks brands including Doritos, Cheetos, Tostitos, and Ruffles, will hold FIFA fan zones and across hosting cities. Jane Wakely, Chief Consumer and Marketing Officer and Chief Growth Officer of the International Foods at Lay's, said, quote, "Soccer is one of the world's biggest passion points, and this historic partnership allows us to bring the excitement and reach of the FIFA World Cup and FIFA Women's World Cup together with the joy and fun of iconic brands across the world. FIFA's top-tier partners include Aramco, Adidas, Coca-Cola, Hyundai and Kia, Lenovo, Qatar Airways, and Visa, while other sponsors include Anheuser-Busch, InBev, Bank of America, McDonald's, Meng Diary, Unilever, and Verizon. For the first time in the tournament's history, the FIFA World Cup will feature a Super Bowl-like halftime show during the final championship match to be held at MetLife Stadium on July 19th, 2026. Wow. Okay. FIFA football has been America's favorite sport since 1972, according to the Gallup poll taken in December 2023. 41% of respondents said their favorite sport was football, followed by 10% for baseball, 9% for basketball, 5% for soccer. However, soccer continues to expand in popularity, with many fans increasingly playing in their youth or watching for their kids play. Recent reports on the state of soccer fandom in the U.S. by marketing media and experiences for soccer shows that the number of people who have been soccer fans for 5 years or fewer is up 57% compared to last year, and the number of first-time fans is up 400% year over year. The last time the U.S. hosted the FIFA World Cup was in 1994, when the country had only a handful of professional soccer leagues. With the current momentum behind the sport, many are predicting the FIFA World Cup 2026 could be a breakthrough event for the world of soccer. While marketing opportunity potentially rivaling the Super Bowl in the U.S., Ray Major, Chief Deputy CEO and Chief Economist of Sandbag, told San Diego Union Tribune soccer fans continue to grow in the U.S. and around the world, making the World Cup more appealing than ever. More importantly, the 2026 World Cup will be held in North America at 16 locations, many of which will be in the U.S. One should not underestimate the impact of potential advisors who are going to go all out to market and sponsor what is essentially 16 Super Bowls in 1 year. Jessica Gordiano, Senior Partnership and Brand Experience Leader at Marketing and Sponsorship Activation Agency GMR Marketing, said on the Football Co. Business Podcast, "One of my most favorite parts about the World Cup is just the fandom and melting of culture, which you see in the World Cup. And so when we talk about, again, the biggest event, I think it's all bringing those elements, and it's in the United States, which is the most commonly commercially significant event as well." So there you have, guys. The World Cup and the FIFA World Cup and the Women's World Cup, which is hosted in Brazil, by the way, which is interesting. In the final for the World Cup will be held in Newark, New Jersey, at the New York Jets Stadium. So, you guys know, I will definitely be going to the if it's held during the week. I would definitely be going to see the final game in Newark, New Jersey, to see what's going to be happening. It will be cool, definitely, to check it out, to get that experience of a lifetime, to go to the World Cup and see what's happening over there. So, just wanted to give you guys this video for today. So we have those two articles already about the World Cup and the FIFA Women's World Cup. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, we'll be posting these articles in the comment section below, and also for the other videos I do, I post my articles in the comments so you guys can read up on it. So, and keep yourselves informed, because I just don't want to be a guy talking on YouTube, and so I want to keep you guys informed, and that's what I intend to do with every video that I do. So, Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your day.